This is TWiT.
The Verge said it well. A tablet is only as good as what you can do with it.
The log roll continues.
And thanks to the hundreds of thousands of apps for the iPad Air, you can do more with it than any other
He's
tablet.
trying to train the press to say it's the best ever, and then you get
You want to get in the keynote? Here's how.
Tablet you can buy.
I don't think that's manipulative, but there are some people who will think, oh, I was going to say something very positive, but if I say something quotable,
Right.
iPad Air is
I
number
can
Just
only
one,
be
think
good for
toxic
me.
health stew.
but it's also number one in usage. It's number one in education. It's number one in enterprise. It's number one in consumer. When we launched the iPad Air just a year ago, we did so by showing that all of this power of the iPad was in a design that was so thin, it was thinner than a pencil.
Peak whisper.
You may remember this. So what do you do when you make the best tablet in the world?
I don't know.
How do you make it better?
make it thinner than
Extend
a
the
chopstick.
battery life, improve the camera,
No.
allow
do
you to
this.
run multiple apps,
No. Good guesses, though.
lower the price so it's affordable for more people,
No.
and integrated mounts so the keyboard can attach and be used as like a laptop.
I don't think so.
I think he's walking us towards make it thinner, but that can't be it.
Yes, he is! We're
What everybody's been asking for, it's just too thick.
so thick.
Our new iPad will cut pencils in half.
That's right.
Ooh, smell of burning rubber. Is that really the image you want to have associated with the iPad?
It's even thinner.
And it's gold. The demo one is gold.
It is gold. Aha. iPad Air 2. Here, go back to numbers.
This
I have to applaud, too.
This is the new iPad Air 2. It's unbelievably gorgeous, and look how thin it is. Can you even see it?
No. Where is it?
It is so
Gold
incredible.
is nice. I do want gold.
And to tell you more about it, I'd like to invite Phil Schiller up. Phil? Thank you, Phil.
What is it thinner?
And will it bend?
Oh, yeah, it'll bend, baby. Oh, yeah.
There was
The only
definitely a
thing keeping it
memo.
from bending is the
No loud
glass.
pink shirts on stage.
Yeah.
Tell you about the incredible new iPad Air.
Well, it is kind of a black box theater, so it's
Yeah.
you don't want to jump it.
Well,
Well, let's
last
wait.
time.
We got to see what Eddie Q looks like.
I suppose you're right.
Q is the one.
18% thinner than their first iPad Air, which was already 20% thinner than the iPad before it. It makes it the world's thinnest tablet.
Again, I
It is
think
incredibly
not what people
beautiful
are
to
looking for.
hold all day long.
They appreciate it, but that's
The progress
not
the
gonna
team has made
tip
over
them
the
doesn't
last
sell.
couple years
What is the
What's
number
the
one
thinnest?
thing people are
You don't
looking
go in the
for?
store and say, what is
Price?
the thinnest tablet out there? That's the one I want.
Well, I
Price, capability, a lot of other
Battery
things.
life.
Battery life.
thin and light go
And you
together, and
sacrifice-
light actually does
Light
matter.
maybe, but they're not saying light.
No, that's true.
Battery life to me is more important. Now, iPad battery life is added.
But Sarah has a point. I mean, you hold one of these things, you hold this or a Kindle Fire tablet in your hand, and you realize that, oh, this is what I want to be
more
holding
elegant. Okay.
for my 3-hour flight.
Yep.
Display.
But the thing is, it's not unique. Again, the Kindle Fire tablet is just as light. I don't know if it's lighter than this new one, but
In every iPad, there's been a
it just feels like nothing in your
micro-thin
hand.
layer of air between each of those layers.
Is the
We're not
Nexus
satisfied with that.
9 what this is competing
Has
against at this
optically
point?
bonded those together.
What is it competing
laminated
against?
them to make a
Samsung?
single
So.
component.
I think at this
Samsung
point,
Note?
No air gap.
I think it's competing
That
with these
reduces
really
the
inexpensive
internal
$300 and $400
reflection,
Windows
makes a sharper
tablets now
image and a
that can
thinner
actually
display.
run on like these low-power Intel processors, but can still run Windows 7 or
Right.
Windows 8 just fine,
Right.
With your finger.
but cost less than a full-bore iPad.
Right.
I think they want to make the point that this is better in every way. It runs better software. It's optimized towards being a tablet. We will let you connect to Bluetooth. We won't tell on you for doing that. But I think that if there's against anybody, it's not against any Android tablet.
This is something people have been asking for on iPad today, 56% less reflective. That was something somebody specifically asked for.
Absolutely. It's not, a Kindle, but
Lowest
iPads have
reflectivity of
always
any
been
tablet. That's
useless
good.
out by a pool.
Right.
You want to take your iPad on vacation, you might be in the sun. So this is very helpful.
Confirmation, it is the A8X processor.
Generation chip, A8X. You've heard of the A8 chip with the iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus, and it's blowing people away. Well, this is a new version created specifically for iPad Air 2.
64-bit?
It is unbelievable. It's a second generation 64-bit architecture. It has 3 billion transistors. The iPad Air had an A7 with 1 billion
Faster
transistors.
than what?
3 billion. It delivers up to 40% faster CPU performance for most of your apps. Some apps can achieve 2x performance.
Then in tablet, it's 40%
And the
slower.
graphics are out of this world. 2.5 times faster, what was already the industry-leading
Than the
graphic
Air?
performance.
Then what? The Air?
Just look what the team has done. The original iPad started with an A4 chip.
They're comparing it to the
and
original
now
iPad.
We're 12 times faster than that with iPad Air 2. But check out this graphics performance.
It's a lot faster than the Air.
We're now at 180 times
That is a big jump. Gaming is really important on the iPad.
Add to that, the work the
Especially if you're
software
driving
team
it
is
towards
doing
a large
with
display.
technologies like Metal to let
I
developers
think it's
get
obvious
full
that at some
access to
point
that
they're going to be
performance
starting
without
to
any
position the
software
iPhones and
overhead.
iPads as
We're
your
able to
home
now
console
deliver
gaming
I think
system
you're right.
console-level
without having to put it into a
graphics.
box or anything.
And even your home computer.
And that's what a lot of the developers are doing. working with game developers. And
They
they're now
still seem to
bringing
be
the
sticking
engines,
towards the,
not
we
for
don't
their
want to do, we
mobile
don't want to
games,
make a
but
toaster
for
fridge
desktop
and
gaming systems
a tablet that's
right
also a
onto
desktop
iPad
computer is a
Air
toaster
2.
fridge. I don't know if they're completely
And all
right,
this
but they're not
power
completely wrong either.
In such a thin package, the team
It is a
working to ensure that you
philosophical
have that
thing.
Great all-day battery,
Same battery life.
10 hours of battery.
That's the same
You don't have
exact.
to
So
get
they got it
anything.
thinner without compromised
Along with
battery.
the A8X, we have the new M8 motion coprocessor. This works to read data from the sensors
I don't
like
get the barometer.
accelerometer and gyroscope,
And
and it instantly
altitude.
calibrates it so all
So
your
you can tell when
apps
you're going
get incredibly
upstairs.
accurate data. And there's
Well,
also
it's
the
not
new
like they're going to take it
barometer
out for a
measuring
tablet.
relative
They're just going to use the
elevation.
same thing.
And developers can
Yeah,
take
so this
advantage
is
of that,
part of
too.
the iPhones.
Yeah.
But perhaps the
Chipset.
feature people love the most about their iPads is the camera.
That is
The
absolutely
built-in
not true.
eyesight camera. And some people have been surprised.
I
by
love
that.
my iPad camera.
love
But
to
is it
see
the
a
thing you love
there.
most
Yeah.
about your iPad, the
iPad
camera?
is the best viewfinder for composing
Well,
photos.
but he's got a point.
one of
When you
them.
when you start taking video and
take incredible photos,
pictures
you
with
can
that big
edit them
screen,
right
you-
on the device
you'll
and
like
share them
that.
instantly with
Also,
people
comparatively
around the
speaking, it's a
world.
crappy camera on the
Well,
previous
Well, they need
iPad.
to
We all
improve
like
this
taking
now.
pictures
Let's
and-
see.
And videos, but developers like taking advantage of these cameras
8
to build
megapixels?
incredible applications that haven't
That's
existed
another big
on
deal.
any other
Not just
platform.
people taking snapshots, but
Things like
developers
applications
taking
for
apps that
helping
making apps that take advantage of it.
train their
Augmented
players
reality
with
and-
Coach's Eye. Or consumer apps like Prismo that lets you scan and translate documents.
I think
on the
they're going
fly.
towards an 8-megapixel
Or
camera.
apps like Caribou that let a parent read
It'd
with
be great if they just
FaceTime to their
took the
children
same
from
stuff
anywhere
they got in the
around
iPhone
world.
6, not even the 6 Plus, and tossed it
Or
in there.
Home Styler that lets you create a virtual
Should have the
reality
6 Plus
image of your
camera.
own home.
There is no
layout,
camera
furniture, and
bulge.
interior design of it.
But not
This
necessarily.
and hundreds of more applications take
The
full
only
advantage of
difference is the
cameras
image
we built into the
stabilization, and that's
iPad.
not key to the
And
improvement.
They, the developers and the customers who use
No
these apps
flash.
are going to love
Okay.
the new eyesight camera. It's a huge jump forward for iPad. It's a full new 8 megapixel
megapixel.
eyesight camera.
F2.4. I
It has
think
large
that is the
1.12
same as
micron pixels. Has a
the
fast
iPhone
2.4
6.
aperture. It takes photos and
You're
1080p
not mentioning
HD video.
OIS, so you think you got it.
It has a
Yeah.
great sensor. It's combined with the Apple design lens, but really what rounds it out is the brains behind it all, the image signal processing that's done in that 8X.
I think that's
chip.
smart. I
The
think-
nice thing
does
about having a
incredible
camera on
job.
an
I'm gonna
iPad
show
is
you some
because
photos now that were
editing
taken with
photos
iPad
or
Air
videos
2,
on an iPad is
unretouched,
fun.
Right off of it.
Yeah.
You know, you got your
Not
little
only
computer
the
in your
photos
hands,
were
and
taken
that's why I
with
think
an
that
iPad.
it's smart for them to
Look at that photo.
take it
That's
seriously.
A beautiful
I agree.
landscape.
And I don't care if
You
it
can
seems
see
silly to hold an
quality
iPad in the air.
HDR
People are going to
that
do
creates
it. You
a
might
big
as well
image.
have a
Exactly.
powerful camera.
Look at the
Yeah, I'm a
low
big fan of the
noise
camera
and
too. I just don't
sky.
think most
It
people
is a
do
remarkable
that, but
photo.
it's
Well,
good that
well,
they're
no, I-
emphasizing
you know,
they
I-
want them
I'm-
to.
I'm with you. I thought it was silly, but every time I go through tourist areas of
Yeah.
Boston, I see
They're
lots
using
and lots of people
photos.
holding
Yeah.
up iPad minis and full-size
There's a shot
iPads. So
above the Golden Gate
I
Bridge.
can
You see
admit
the
that this is
incredible
something that people
accurate
like to do. So
No
I'm glad they're finally getting
flash,
a decent
so
camera.
it isn't
Depth of
quite the
field.
same as the camera phone.
Yeah.
Here's my favorite of the bunch. It's a
It's a
portrait
really
photo.
gorgeous
The
picture.
skin tones are just perfect.
Apple's
The
always done a
background is
great job with
painterly.
this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing
I think
photo.
they'll
Of course, we all
move
love
the
taking macros and
the
showing them
screen
to the
power
world.
button
Here's a
to the
great
side like the
one. Look at the level
iPhone.
of detail in the feathers.
So you
can't
can
tell,
use
is
it
that
to shoot?
taxidermy?
Well, it's not just that, but just so it's consistent.
Right.
You know,
That
right
would be
now
nice.
between my
It's
you know
weird,
6
yeah.
Plus and my iPad, I never know how to turn anything off.
Now, is it my eye, or do these photos look a little bit color-wise on the cold side? I'm used to seeing very, very warm, like golden hour demo pictures. I'm
Lot of
watching this
blue.
on my iPad mini.
A lot of blue. There has been a
From last year.
complaint that there's
so taking something
a
that's high speed
purplish
action, you can grab
tinge
it,
to the
just
new
like this
iPhone
photo.
cameras.
Yeah, isn't that
I haven't seen that.
incredible?
I haven't either.
For the first time with the iPad
I'm just-
eyesight camera, you can do time
Boy,
lapse.
another
So here's
blue
a time lapse.
demo picture.
Taken in Venice. You maybe recognize it. Now, there's a group of boats
Not that it means
start
anything,
coming
but
down together.
it's
See, there they
interesting
are.
to me.
That was the George Clooney wedding party that came by.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Clooney made it into the iPad event.
That's
Gosh,
nice.
I'm happy now.
That's a nice touch.
This we took recently in
Albuquerque,
Albuquerque at the Balloon Fiesta, that gathering there. It's a lot of fun.
Whoops.
See,
That one just died.
100.
We got one.
Also, for the first time on iPad, you can do slow-mo videos.
So they're
Yeah,
basically
customers
giving
gonna
it the
love taking
capabilities of the iPhone
120
6.
frames per second at 720p.
I think that's a very smart move.
Pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Long overdue. I mean,
Yes.
this is-
I never understood why they didn't put a better camera
You
in it,
heard
frankly.
that audio. There's now dual microphones to get better quality audio in your videos as well.
Stereo
In addition to
or
the
noise
all-new
canceling?
eyesight camera and all those capabilities, there's a new FaceTime camera on the front side as
And
well.
how good is this?
A whole new FaceTime camera sensor, has a larger 2.2 aperture, lets in 80% more light, and combined with the 8X chip, you get improved face detection. For
telling
the first
us
time, you can
the,
do burst selfies,
resolution.
which kids love to do. This chip is amazing.
Kids love to
It
do
does
burst
HDR with a
selfies?
single image, not combining
Really?
multiple
Yeah,
images,
because
which
then
is
you
really
choose
sharp.
the best
Oh.
one
You can
when you're
do
making
videos
funny
with HDR as
faces.
First
well.
selfie.
So with all
That's a
these great
new-
new
You got
cameras,
kids?
That's a new
all this great
thing
new
to me.
performance, also faster connection
Thirsty.
We are.
too.
Faster Wi-Fi is
iPad Air 2
AC.
is faster Wi-Fi, 802.11
Yeah,
AC with
with MIMO.
MIMO.
That's good.
That delivers 2.8 times faster
Multiple in,
performance,
multiple
up
out.
to
I need a new router.
866 megabit per second throughput. There's also faster LTE with more
Yeah, I
bands.
upgraded to the Apple
There's up to
Airport
150
Extreme
megabit
for the
per
AC.
second. That's using carrier aggregation.
Everybody's
There's
using
20
AC now.
LTE bands. That's more than any other tablet. So it connects at high LTE speeds on more networks around the
Globally.
world.
Yeah.
But perhaps the most requested feature from customers is Touch ID.
Yay. Not a surprise, but definitely welcome.
Now, like many of us, if you have Touch ID on your iPhone, you've probably picked up your iPad and put your finger on the home button.
Yeah.
Do it
only
all
to
the
see that
time.
it
I
doesn't
talked about
unlock
that
because
on
you
iPad
don't have
today.
Touch
Right.
ID.
I'm sitting there
Buy
waiting.
this app. Buy this app.
iPad Air 2, there is Touch ID, and it reads your fingerprint and quickly unlocks your iPad without having to enter your passcode. And it works with our stores, so you can purchase in the
You want the big
iTunes
one or the little
store
one?
and the App Store.
Is there a
And
little
it
one?
works with the new iOS 8
They haven't
developer
mentioned
apps
Retina
that
at
support
all.
Touch ID. So
They're,
you can unlock
well, they
Evernote,
have to
Mint,
because
or your
the
Day
Mini
One
will get
journal,
Touch
just
ID
with your
also.
fingerprint.
Right.
And as you know, all of us who use iPads, well, we're prodigious
Well, actually, I don't
shoppers.
know that, but I
We love to use
assume.
our iPad to sit back and surf the web and make purchases. And
True,
particularly
true.
with all those
Drain your bank
675,000
account.
apps, many of them help us make purchases. And now with Touch ID, you'll be able to use Apple Pay to make online purchases. Now, this
Online.
is for
So- I mean,
retail
I mean, seriously,
point of
people with
sale
shopping
purchases,
addictions,
for
Apple Pay is
online
their worst
purchases.
nightmare.
Within all the apps, they're going to support Apple Pay, and there are going to be many of them growing starting on Monday. So it'll be the best way to shop online. Of course, iPad Air 2 comes with a brand new iOS 8.1 that Craig just showed us and all the incredible features it has. And our developers have had a great time using the performance of the A8X chip and taking
He doesn't
advantage
mention
of all the
NFC,
power in
chat room's
iPad
pointing
2 to
out,
do
and that
remarkable
means
things.
it won't be a
Developers
mobile
have
payment.
too. We've given them
Specified.
In apps only.
access